Hey, this is Kevin from Official Xbox Magazine. We're here at Epic Games to talk to Cliff Blazinski and Tanya Jessing about the upcoming action shooter, Bulletstorm.
Bulletstorm is an over-the-top first-person shooter that's sci-fi, and it's kind of like a mix of if Duke Nukem met Firefly and Serenity and if they had one big crazy baby. Bulletstorm is just fun, right? You know, when you look at the physics of knocking the characters around, of blowing enemies in half and impaling them on spikes, it's very fun, very enjoyable. Harkens back to a little bit of a kind of a Mortal Kombat type era, and the fiction doesn't take itself too seriously. There's a lot of serious elements in there in regards to, you know, life or death struggle with these characters trying to get off this planet. But within itself, you have a main character who drinks a little bit too much, and it's a little bit tongue-in-cheek. The planet that Bulletstorm takes place on is a planet called Stygia, and it's kind of a lost paradise. It's, imagine Dubai/Vegas in space.
Bulletstorm is not about, you know, standing back far away, peeking in and out of cover, you know, being super kind of like a distance base. It's all about surveying your surroundings and then running in and trying to corral them in a way so that you can maximize your point opportunity in that area.
Usually when you play a first-person shooter, you come into a room and you see enemies and you say, how quickly and efficiently can I take these guys out in order to get all of these guns away from me? When you play Bulletstorm, you see these enemies and you're like, wow, I have the opportunity to farm these guys for points. I want to keep this guy alive as long as possible before I finally kick him off the edge. You do that, it kind of starts changing the way you think about a shooter. When you start playing the multiplayer, you see that earning skill points is a very, very cool and fun way to play. The multiplayer in Bulletstorm is known as Anarchy. It's a 4-player co-op mode in which players aren't rewarded just for surviving like in a mode like Horde. They are rewarded for taking out their enemies in creative manners. We have these team-based skill shots where you kick the enemy up in the air, I pull them over with my leash and stick them onto a cactus. We get extra points. If I just kill the enemies, I may get 5 or 10. But if you do awesome, amazing stuff, you get 500, 1,000, and you wind up passing a score gate so that you can get to the next section.
That's it! Work together, you flag floggers!
When you spawn in with your friends, you have to work together to get team skill shots. By working together, you get bonuses, and there's these little team challenges that pop up every once in a while that by getting them, you get even more score bonus for. And once you've passed the score gate, you get experience points that apply directly to your gamer tag. So you can unlock boots and skins for your guns, as well as like for your body and helmets and stuff.
So we have a new mode that we've unveiled called Echo Mode, and what it does is it takes snippets from the campaign and allows you to play through them with a certain weapon selection to see who can get the highest score, which is then very obviously and very clearly marked against your friends on a leaderboard. You can then pop over, of course, to the global leaderboard and have this great element where you're competing for a high score in these sections. You can get a time bonus at the end of it as well, and it allows for a great amount of picking the game up and kind of reminiscing and echoing about the previous sections of the campaign without having to worry about, you know, where you were in the story at that point.
You chumps got nothing!
Echo Mode for us was kind of a, like, well, everything in Bulletstorm was really kind of born out of iteration. Figure out what is the most fun thing and keep doing that thing and like encourage people to keep doing that thing. And so Echo Mode was exactly this, where we saw people really wanted to know like how many skill points they were getting when they were beating certain sections of the game. And so we put in a little, basically a ticker to track those skill points. And then we were like, we really need leaderboards so that people can compete on the friends list and like globally for their points. And then it just became, because it became so popular internally, we decided that we should just turn this into a standalone mode.
I like to say that when you see Bulletstorm, there's 3 phases. You first see the screenshots and you're like, okay, that looks pretty cool. And then you see a video and you're like, wait, what is going on here? You have my interest, and then you play it and you finally get it. That's one of those things we want players to get hands-on with it, play the game when it comes out, and then tell your friends about it, because I think people are going to find it some of the best tangible fun, hands down, from the feeling of shooting down the barrel to having a charged shot in the shoe and getting ready to blow somebody away with that, to just the sheer velocity of the explosions. It's just good, dirty fun.
For more on Bulletstorm, check out the January issue of Official Xbox Magazine or visit oxmonline.com.